Like I said, he didn't mention all the 100,000 things that got right this morning. Just the one itty-bitty thing I didn't get right.
Itty-bitty?
But he can see it now.
Yes, there you go.
It's up and running.
He'll be happy.
That's what we want. Happy people. Happy. Well, the race for the White House continues. They say Trump, by a national poll, is trailing Biden by 5 points, which is narrowing the gap. It was like 13.
Yeah, and I never believed that. So
yeah. And you don't know what the sampling is. Supposedly they're taking like 2/3 Democrats to 1/3 Republican, which is a distorted sample in Biden's favor. And they need to get it more back toward 50-50 because that's kind of how it's going to end up.
Well, polling is a little bit of an art and science, I guess. I don't know, but if you're gonna, if you have a 50-50 split on people, but you ask 70% of one side and 30% of the other, and then it's not an accurate poll.
No.
So and they discuss that on different TV shows. Well, actually, they don't do it on TV shows, but it's discussed in various articles that you can read on the internet, and they try to normalize the polling, and just show you that, hey, that 13% lead is, not quite accurate or whatever. I don't know about this 5% lead. I haven't read anything on the polling here yet.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll have to wait and see on that. And, of course, new video came out of the police shooting where that scumbag came up and shot him through the window.
Oh,
Two sheriffs in L.A.
Yeah.
And now they have independent video of a guy down the street a little ways, and said, you see that? I mean, that man just smoked those two gang members, talking about the deputies, and going on to say this is the most hated gang in America, referring to the deputies. And then laughing about the fact that they got smoked, as he put it. He even turned it on his face for a second to show who he was.
Well, and that guy that did that said that, is actually the, I don't know, he's some kind of social justice or social something advisor to Gavin Newsom or something. He's an employee of the state, and does that, and he happened. That was the guy that was there and saw what went on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's suspicious as hell too, because he actually works for the governor, or I don't know. It might have been the mayor of L.A. I can't remember which. I just read about that guy, and so he's that's pretty scummy there. Let's see if I can find that again here. Maybe I'll talk about it a little later. But right here. Oh, it was on Tucker Carlson. That's right. The ambush shooting of two enlightened his heart, met with L.A. mayor. Okay, he met with the L.A. mayor about cultural competency workshops, and he's a consultant or something like that. But I mean that's just pure scum, and I don't know what you're supposed to do with these clowns. I mean, I'm wondering when the hammer is going to drop. Same way with these arsonists. And so when is the hammer going to drop on these people? They arrested this one guy in Oregon for starting fires, and he was immediately released with no bail, and they caught him setting 6 more fires. I mean, what do you have to do?
I know. The guy that got shot, where was that? For having a knife and charged the officers.
Oh, that was up in, I can't remember. I think it was Boston. I can't remember where that happened.
Anyway.
I mean, there's so much going on.
He just got released for stabbing 4 other people.
Yes, that guy had previously...
He's out on bail.
Right. Previously been arrested for stabbing 4 other people, and cop, I don't know why the cop was going. It was a domestic disturbance or something. I don't know what sent the cop to that particular residence. But out the door comes this guy with knife in hand. They got to picture him with this maniac, maniacal look on his face, with the knife raised. And the cop, says bang. And hey, that cop should be applauded. He should be given a commendation and sent back to work for ridding society of scum, as far as I'm concerned. Is that good enough?
Yes. Next time, hopefully, you tell us how you really feel. not hold back like that. All right. Where am I going, Steve? Another cop issue. The mayor of Nizwa, Minnesota. I hope I said that right.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, in fact, the individual that was just giving you garbage about the YouTube, he's from there. He's very well aware of this particular area here in Minnesota.
Anyway, the mayor was arrested for interfering and being belligerent with cops during someone else's traffic stop. Now, what he was upset about, the cops, and I would be upset too if I was a council member or something like that. We have this problem here. We particularly had it on the Godfrey. But the police set up out there on the highway. That's highway patrol territory, not local police. But they set up out there because that way they can zoom down the road and play highway patrolman. Fun to get that car up to, 120, 30 miles an hour. And pull the person over and write them a ticket. They're keeping their community safe. Well, that's the highway patrol's job on the interstate highways. But the irk is that while they're out there playing that game, they're not patrolling the neighborhoods. And that's what this mayor stopped. He says, you should be patrolling the neighborhoods. They go uncovered while you're out here playing highway patrol.
All right, well, I don't know what all the situation there is. If that's what they were doing, that's fine. Then the mayor should take that up in council with the police chief and say, hey, knock off setting our guys out there on the highway.
Well, they've been taken up already, and they were out there doing it.
Well, all right, well, then they fire the police chief. That's not on the officers. The officers, if they are on a legitimate stop, I assume they are, for whatever reason, they have somebody pulled over, and they're engaged in a legal activity, writing a ticket or whatever they may be doing, and now you have some knucklehead injecting himself into the proceedings who shouldn't be there. And I've had that happen. I wasn't out there, riding around as a game warden trying to do traffic stops. That was not my primary. But every now and then, you do get involved in one, or you see a situation where you need to be involved or you need to do something. I did that one day. I'm sitting out there on some back road out in the middle of nowhere in Suffolk in pitch black. There's no traffic, there's no lights or anything like that. And I have some knucklehead pull up next to me I'm in between the two cars. I got one pulled over, and some other knucklehead pulls up, and he almost got shot because I was terrified. It's 2 a.m, and here I got somebody decides he wants to stop and inject himself in the middle of the proceedings. And that isn't right. And that mayor, he should have his butt kicked for doing that. And I don't care if the cops were out there and they're local cops on a state highway and maybe they shouldn't be. I don't care. That's not the place to discuss it. That knucklehead should get kicked in the pants and put back in his car.
Well, we'll wait and see what happens. It's the next action because they arrested the mayor.
Good.
Here's the sound of it, of him.
That's what they should have done.
Biting the dust there for trying to bring a halt to this. Okay, Steve, what'd you do wrong? I forgot to cut it on. Too many buttons. All right, take 2.
You know what? And you know what? So are you, because you're not qualified to do this kind of work. You should be patrolling the streets.
All right.
Hey.
Don't get out of the car, Zach.
Don't get out of the car, Zach. Don't get out of the car. Zach, seriously, don't get out of the car. Just because you're the mayor, you doesn't give you the right.
That green card.
He's had about 5 warnings.
I've had no warning.
The mayor is not qualified to stick his face in the middle of a traffic stop, number one. And the kid sitting in the car, he did it right there. You just sit there, put your hands on the wheel, and let the cops and the mayor figure it all out. Maybe you'll get lucky and they'll let you go.
Well,
Period.
I'm going to counter you a little bit. Maybe it was right what he said, that they're not qualified to be doing highway patrol work.
They're absolutely qualified to do traffic stops, and if you're going to tell them to patrol your streets in your local locality, that's exactly what they're going to be doing, is traffic stops
Okay,
on
I'm
the
just
back
going
road.
off for what he said.
Well, he's wrong. He's an absolutely wrong. He's an idiot, and he should be locked up.
We don't know what the training is, but
I know
back
exactly
to the
what the
original
training is.
point, if they're hired to patrol the streets, and highway patrols hired to patrol the highways, then I want my beat cop patrolling the neighborhoods.
Okay, I got you. But you know what? In Virginia, every cop who is certified in Virginia is certified to enforce the laws of the Code of Virginia throughout the state. So if you're riding somewhere, I could enforce everything from capital murder to littering. If I saw it, I could make that arrest. And if it's the same thing there in Minnesota, then they get the training. I know exactly what the training is because it's pretty much standardized throughout the United States. And they get all the traffic training. They get all the burglary training. They get all of that stuff. Everybody's familiar with it. I don't know if they're a federally certified law enforcement office there in whatever town that is in Minnesota. But they all pretty much get standard training. You don't hire somebody, say, for Southern Pines and, hey, we're going to let you do everything, but no, you can't enforce this particular aspects of the law. That's that's dumb because they're going to run across that.
I tell them, say, leave US 1 alone. That's how they patrol. They patrol it pretty effectively.
I got it.
And you spend your time patrolling our city.
But US 1 runs through Southern Pines.
And it runs through, but it's got different police on it.
That's not true. If that cop, if a Southern Pines cop is transiting, they either have to cross one or they're going to go down one, up or down one, somewhere along during the day to transit from place to place. And if they see something on Route 1 that is not correct, they have the authority, I am positive, they have the authority to make that traffic stop and do something there. That's all there is to it. Now, I don't know what the situation is. There's a lot of information here on this Minnesota thing that's not there, that's not evident. But that mayor pulling over to stop, I can tell you right now, that is incorrect, and he broke the law.
Well, if I were the mayor, at some point I explained to this officer that it's best to let the highway patrol to do it for several reasons. Number one, a lot of people come through our area as guests. They don't live here. And if they see the local police, like in North Carolina and in Moore County, if you see the local police putting up radar all over US 1, playing highway patrolmen, it feels like to the person coming in who are coming here to spend money, play golf, so forth and so on, like everybody's piling on. They know the highway patrol's out there, and that's what they don't have an issue with that. But then you get the local guy who just wants to run his car fast and out there setting up on you. That tends to tick you off, and these people pay a lot of money to come here, and we need to quit ticking them off first thing in the door.
Well, I don't know that that's what's going on here. And that's between the sheriff's office, the state highway patrol, and your localities, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, etc. They need to sit down and say, okay, here's what we want to do or don't want to do in particular traffic corridors, etc. I don't know that Southern Pines is running speed traps on Route 1. I've seen Southern Pines police riding on Route.
I've seen them.
All right. Well, if they're doing it recently, maybe they shouldn't be doing it.
It's cut way down because Well, let's just say it's been cut way down. But once in a while, I see them set up there on the ramp,
All right.
trying to get you as you come under the bridge.
At certain times of the day, yes, and I've seen people coming out. Yeah, you're talking at Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah.
And I've seen people doing 70, 75 miles an hour up that corridor going north underneath
And I want to be
Pennsylvania
left
Avenue.
alone.
Yeah, I know you do. You're the one doing 90. I'm talking about the 70, 75 guys. Well, I don't know. Southern Pines and the state troopers need to talk, and if the troopers know that they're doing it, well then that's so be it. They are perfectly trained to do that. I am positive. And just like this thing here in Minnesota, I don't know if that highway runs
Well,
through
the point would be, I don't want to see your car out there turning off our visitors who we depend on for our livelihood.
Well, I agree.
And your time better spent patrolling our neighborhoods so we don't have these car break-ins and things like that.
Yeah, well, I agree with that, but by the same token, I'd like to see some people use some reasonable judgment driving up Route 1 and down Route 1 in the traffic, et cetera, especially when you get into Southern Pines and Aberdeen, et cetera, because there's some people driving like maniacs down there.
Another Black Lives Matter issue, a very angry...
Watch, I'll get a ticket here tomorrow driving up Route 1.
My deputy.
I'm going to stay off Route 1 for about a week now.
A very angry, maskless woman jumped up on the counter at KFC in Fresno, California, with all that Black Lives Matter stuff, screaming at the workers to give her free food.
Oh, jeez.
She didn't get any.
Yeah.
But here she is up there demanding all that stuff.
Hey, man. I'm hungry! Now! Do the same thing! Do it to me! Now! Do it! You think it's fun?
No, I don't think it's fun.
Give it to me now!
I can't.
Let's see what's
Man, I'll get fired. I need you to get off the counter.
Give me something!
In the video, she was on top of the counter, and then she walked down the counter and kicked a cash register as hard as she could. I don't know how much damage she did.
That would hurt my foot. That makes me wince just thinking about kicking something.
A student in an online class claimed that she was late because she had to walk her chicken. When the teacher tried to clarify, she showed her the live chicken.
Oh, dear.
Here we go.
Make sure your video's on.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so you said you were walking your chicken?
Yes, ma'am.
Just go away. Go away. Stop walking our chicken.
All right, the late night Unity boys. Let's see if they can bring a little laughter to the Colonel this morning. Here we go.
The makers of the marshmallow treat Peeps recently announced that due to the coronavirus pandemic, they will not produce any candy during Halloween. So kids, if you want some Peeps this Halloween, you'll just have to eat the ones you never touched from last year.
No Peeps for Halloween or Christmas, which raises the question, who is buying Peeps for Halloween and Christmas?
Home Depot recently announced that they will not offer Black Friday sales due to the coronavirus pandemic and will instead offer discounts from November to December, while Kmart announced that everything's going to be free and the first 500 customers also get a Switchblade.
Well, get this, a new survey found that because of the pandemic, 71% of Americans said they wouldn't feel safe in a movie theater right now. Don't worry, every movie theater has been thoroughly cleaned by a teenager with an old mop.
Yeah, there you go. And nasty old mops, you can smell them from about halfway down the hallway.
Well,
Ugh.
Taco Bell is debuting its own custom wine, Jalapeno Nior, to pair with its new menu item, the toasty, cheesy chalupa.
Chalupa?
Chalupa. We wonder if it'll be available at the drive-thru. Wine is only available in a limited time in Canada to celebrate the food item lunch. Here you go.
Whiskey Welcome to Taco Bell. Please order when you're ready.
I'd like 2 regular tacos and a Baja Blast.
May I suggest a bottle of Gordito Grenache, full-bodied with herbal notes?
No, just the tacos and the Baja Blast.
How about a bottle of 7-layer Malbec? Delicate and fresh, very soft tannins, yet complex.
Do you have a Baja Blast with wine?
No.
Dude, I got $3 on me, so I'm just letting you know.
Please pull forward. I've got a fifth of vodka in my locker.
Okay. That's Taco Bell, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been at Taco Bell in 20 years.
A strawberry farmer in Wisconsin decided to plant sunflowers this year to get people outside to put a smile on their face and to make some extra money. He planted 2 million of them, and for $25, your whole family gets to walk through the field and pick a dozen sunflowers to take home. Here's part of that interview.
You can walk through the whole field and you can kind of see tall ones, short ones, and different colors. We're trying to get people to give something to do outside. Everybody's happy when they come here. We put a lot of seeds out there so that they'll bloom for a long time.
And a good news story, an electrician in Massachusetts named John Kennedy, or actually it's Kinney, recently showed up at a 72-year-old woman's house to fix the light, and her whole home was in disrepair. So he just started fixing things for free. And then other people offered to help. And in the last month, they replaced all the electrical and plumbing, the windows, and more. And people have donated over $96,000 to help pay for it. Why are you tapping into this money?
I don't know.
Here's the sound.
All of a sudden, sparks came through one of the lighting outlets.
We got the lights back on, and that's when we kind of seen that there was a lot of other repairs in there that could be done.
Basically, she was stuck with just a trickle of water, and after a day working with John, we got the plumbing usable.
I couldn't possibly afford to pay for this kind of help. I am so grateful.
I seen the condition she was living in, and you just, couldn't walk away.
Here's your news.
Gorgeous weather expected today, all thanks to a cold front that moved through last night. Plenty of sunshine out there today. High temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, low humidity, a good day to spend some time outside. Mostly clear overnight tonight and cooling down. We'll get down into the middle to upper 50s tonight. We'll have an increase in cloud cover on Wednesday. It should stay dry with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s and then rain back in the forecast by Thursday. I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Loitering off the northern Gulf Coast, Hurricane Sally, crawling along at just 2 miles per hour, slowly closing in on the coast, already bringing high winds and lots of rain.
Rain from the storm's outer bands was already pummeling northwest Florida early Tuesday, along with parts of Alabama and Mississippi, where residents Joseph Glasser and Trevor Klotch were evacuating as the storm surge came inland.
Yeah, it's still several hours out, and it's already into the parking lot. We're going to go inland. We're going to go to Poplarville. Grandparents up there, they're telling us to come out there now, and they're saying it's going to get bad.
On its current track, Hurricane Sally is forecast to reach land near the Alabama-Mississippi state line by late Tuesday, early Wednesday, with 110-mile-per-hour winds. I'm Julie Walker.
Out west, the struggle to contain numerous wildfires goes on in California. Arcadia resident John Matheny says flames moving incredibly fast.
A few days ago, it was way down to the east, and I wasn't worried about it. And all of a sudden, it just came across without any wind. I couldn't believe it.
He spoke with ABC 7 in Los Angeles. The thick smoke produced by the fires making for unhealthy air across parts of California, Oregon, and Washington State. The Los Angeles County Sheriff says it's going to be a long road back for 2 sheriff's deputies shot and seriously wounded in an ambush last weekend in Compton, California.
They're in stable condition, recovering, but obviously with some very, very serious injuries. It's going to take a little while to recover.
Sheriff Alex Villanueva saying the search for the gunman goes on with a $100,000 reward for information leading to an arrest. On Wall Street this morning, stock futures sharply higher. Dow futures up 194 points. NASDAQ futures 125 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Okay, some good news during a challenging time for everybody, and this could really help. You may know hundreds of thousands of people have already made the switch to MediShare, which is the affordable alternative to health insurance. And with so many people looking at how they pay for healthcare right now, seeing premiums going up or the cost of COBRA plans, MediShare has extended their special offer, and a lot of people have taken advantage of it. Simply apply by September 30th, and they will waive your new member fee. That's $170 savings. And of course, that's just a start. The typical family saves $500 a month after making the switch. MediShare is a Christian community that shares each other's healthcare costs, and it's worked beautifully for decades. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to get your additional savings. Here it is. Call 833-45-BIBLE. That's 833-45-BIBLE. 833-45-BIBLE.
The Trump administration issuing an advisory warning against travel to mainland China and Hong Kong over concerns about freedom of movement and possible detention.
The advisory is likely to heighten tensions between the sides that have spiked since Beijing's imposition on Hong Kong of a strict new national security law in June that's already been met with a series of U.S. punitive actions. The document warns American citizens that China imposes arbitrary detention and exit bans to compel cooperation with investigations, to pressure family members to return to China from abroad, and to gain bargaining leverage over foreign governments. It goes on, when in Hong Kong, citizens are strongly cautioned to be aware of their surroundings and avoid demonstrations. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
The rundown paint-chipped Detroit house where civil rights icon Rosa Parks took refuge from her bus boycott, now going on display in Italy. News and analysis at townhall.com. The University of Wisconsin-Madison eliminates spring break next semester.
The university's faculty senate voted 140-7 to erase the 9-day break from the 2021 spring calendar in an effort to curb the spread of the coronavirus. Officials said the move is designed to discourage students and staff from traveling long distances and bringing the virus that causes COVID-19 back to the campus. The proposal has classes starting on January 25th, a week later than currently scheduled. Rhonda Rockster reporting.
The Wisconsin Supreme Court rejecting the Green Party presidential candidate's request to be put on the state's November ballot. Democrats worried that Howie Hawkins' bid could siphon votes from Joe Biden, helping President Trump in a state that Mr. Trump narrowly won 4 years ago. The state Supreme Court says Hawkins' request just 7 weeks before the election came too late to avoid causing confusion and undue damage to the electoral process. More on these stories at townhall.com.
The greatest comeback of all time is underway. Remember to shop local businesses. A reminder from Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
It's 1948. The Pinehurst Resort is closed for the summer, and J. Ellis Fields, along with his children, opened Fields Plumbing and Heating. It's blazing hot, and you could hardly walk on the sandy streets. But Mr. Fields is a pioneer in the development of air conditioning, and Moore County residents take comfort. That's almost 70 years ago, and Fields Plumbing and Heating continues to offer fast and dependable air conditioning service to its customers. No job is too big or too small. Call Fields Plumbing and Heating at 910-949-3232.
To whomever said don't bite off more than you can chew, Zaxby's humbly offers a couple of exceptions. Introducing the hand-breaded buttermilk Southern TLC sandwich with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. And the other is a hand-breaded filet with our fruity, sweet, and spicy Caribbean jerk sauce, sliced banana peppers, crisp lettuce, and mayonnaise. Both of these delicious sandwiches are served on a toasted potato bun. Zaxby's. Friends, family, flavor. Located in Southern Pines off Highway 15501 in front of the Holiday Inn. Drive-through only.
At Sandhills Collision Center in Seven Lakes, we proudly serve all your automotive repair, auto body restoration, and collision repair needs. With our brand new state-of-the-art Chief straightening system and eco-friendly AmeriCure paint booth, you can rest assured that your vehicle, boat, or RV will receive top-notch repair and flawless paint jobs. And for all you aviators, we do aircraft body repair too. Sandhills Collision Repair Center is veteran-owned and offers a 5% discount to our military family. We give free estimate and accept all insurance and self-pay. All our ATECs will provide superior customer service from start to finish because we are committed to quality and prompt expert service. Bring your automobile, boat, or RV by today for a free quote at 135 Village View Drive in Seven Lakes. That's just 2 minutes from the Food Lion on Seven Lakes Drive. Or call us at 910-673-AUTO. That's 673-AUTO. Sandhills Collision Center, because you deserve the best.
Men over 45, do you have frequent urination, an urgent need to go, weak flow, a feeling the bladder is not completely empty? Do you suffer with an enlarged prostate or BPH? Want to avoid the side effects of BPH medication and invasive surgeries? How? The UroLift system, a minimally invasive approach to treating enlarged prostate with no cutting, heating, or removal of prostate tissue. Imagine an outpatient procedure with minimal downtime, rapid symptom relief, all while preserving sexual function. Find out if the UroLift system is right for you. Call and set an appointment today with one of our urologists at Pinehurst Surgical. Call 910-947-5823. 910-947-5823. Call and find out if the UroLift system is right for you. Common side effects typically resolve within 2 to 4 weeks and may include some pain or discomfort in the pelvis or when urinating and an increased urge to go. Call 910-947-5823.
Home Choice Network is a licensed, locally owned and operated home care agency that's been providing independence for seniors and peace of mind for families since 2003. Their compassionate, quality caregivers can provide transportation services, personal care, companionship, nutritional services, even light housekeeping and meal preparation. Call today for a free consultation. 910-944-1116. That's 910-944-1116. Home Choice Network, your home care agency.
NCN News, I'm Mike Rayleigh. In their first televised debate, Senator Tom Tillis and Democratic challenger Cal Cunningham agree there was systemic racism in the U.S. Tillis honed in on a tweet by Cunningham in which he expressed support for Black Lives Matter protesters calling for defunding police.
While they were protesting, I wrote this down because I didn't want to get it wrong. Cal Cunningham tweeted, "I join you in the fight." And now this has gotten out of control. You saw the reports of the 2 shootings in Los Angeles over the weekend. 2 people ambushed by somebody. These protesters now go to the hospital and say, "I hope you die."
Cunningham said that racism is something that government programs can change.
Systemic racism shows up in very quiet places. And that's because of the history that we all inherit. Getting from here to the future that we need is going to require thoughtful and intentional, serious investment and effort on the part of the government.
Hurricane Sally is expected to make landfall tonight or early tomorrow along the Gulf Coast. CBS meteorologist David Parkinson.
There'll be a lot of people with over a foot of rain, but we could be knocking on the door of 2.5, maybe even 3 feet, depending where this one slows down and comes into shore.
What's in a name? When it comes to the way tropical systems are named, the process has evolved over the years. That, according to climatologist Corey Davis.
We don't know exactly what the rest of this year will look like, but based on the way these storms keep forming and the amount of time left in the season, I'd say there's a pretty good chance that we could get into some of those Greek letters again this year.
Correspondent Elise Preston reports on a common supplement that can help knee pain.
Turmeric supplements could relieve knee pain for people with osteoarthritis. In a small study of people with osteoarthritis, researchers found those using turmeric experienced less pain and used fewer pain medications.
You're listening to NCN News.
Joe Biden. To fix the economy, we have to get control over the virus.
I'm releasing a plan to save lives in the months ahead. We need to increase federal support for testing, doubling the number of drive-through testing sites. We absolutely need a clear message from the very top of our federal government that everyone needs to wear a mask in public. Every single frontline worker should have the personal protective equipment that they need to be safe. We need to support schools and child care programs so parents, if and when they can return to work, are confident that their children will be safe and cared for. And finally, we need to protect the populations most at risk, our seniors, vulnerable populations with pre-existing conditions. We need real plans, real guidelines with uniform nationwide standards. It's a simple proposition, folks. We're all in this together. We got to fight this together. We'll emerge from this stronger because we did it together. I'm Joe Biden, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Biden for president.
Bill Gates says a pandemic has wiped out decades of progress involving the lives and health of people in the developing world. Vicki Barker has that.
Speaking to the BBC, the billionaire philanthropist said millions of children could die because they've missed out on life-saving vaccinations, and millions more adults already living in poverty have been left destitute.
The pandemic has reduced food distribution, raised prices of food, so you can't move around and seek out economic opportunities in the same way. And so it's a gigantic setback.
A COVID vaccine could be ready early next year, Bill Gates says, but he says COVID won't be defeated till the vaccine has reached the developing world too. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Monday marked 2 years since Hurricane Florence made landfall along our coast. The storm made landfall near Wrightsville Beach as a Category 1 hurricane, bringing record rainfall and flooding to the area. New Bern received a lot of flood damage from the storm. Sabrina Bingle is a New Bern alderman and tells WITN News.
Well, many people have recovered, and I think New Bern's done a great job in getting us back up and running. There are still many who are not back in their homes or who will never get back in their homes.
A House subcommittee wants to know if political appointees have meddled with routine government scientific data to better align with President Trump's public statements about the pandemic.
The Democrat-led panel investigating a Politico report that the CDC's been pressured to change its sacrosanct scientific tallies of the coronavirus to better align them with President Trump's positions. And the New York Times reports one administration appointee, Michael Caputo, posted a Facebook video Sunday falsely claiming the CDC has an anti-Trump resistance unit and that left-wing hit squads are planning a post-election insurrection. Vicki Barker, CBS News.
6 people were injured in 3 different shootings in Durham on Monday. All 3 shootings remain under investigation. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
A beautiful day to get outside. We'll have plenty of sunshine. The humidity is low. High temperatures today in the mid to upper 70s. Mostly clear and cool overnight tonight. Temperatures down into the mid to upper 50s. We'll have a gradual increase in the cloud cover on Wednesday. High temperatures Wednesday in the mid to upper 70s. And then rain is back in the forecast for both Thursday and Friday with highs in the 70s. I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmuth in the Weather Center.
Right now here in the Sand Hills area, skies are mostly clear and 62 degrees. Humidity 90%, dew point at a very nice 59, pressure 30-27, winds north-northeast at 7, visibility is at 10 statute miles. It's 8:14. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Tuesday morning. Southern Pines Police Department is seeking an armed and dangerous suspect who robbed the First National Bank on West Morganton Road on Monday just before 11:30 a.m. The male suspect, possibly armed with a handgun, entered the First National Bank demanding money from bank employees. The suspect exited the bank with an undisclosed amount of money. There were no injuries reported as a result. Police described the man as dark complexion, 5'2" to 5'6" inches tall, with sleeve tattoos on both arms. He is driving a stolen tan 2000 Buick LeSabre passenger vehicle with North Carolina license plates PMS 2425. And a car accident has claimed the life of a woman Monday morning. The victim's car wrecked under a trailer of an 18-wheeler. The accident happened a mile outside of Robbins on Highway 2427 near the Highway 705 intersection. The woman passed away on the scene. The driver of the truck was not injured in the accident. The victim identity has not yet been released. That's your WEEB local news this morning from the Sand Hill Sentinel. And, of course, you can go online to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It's 8:16. Sports is next, right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. Stadiums are fanless, and Monday Night Football's doubleheader that capped Week 1 of the 2020 NFL schedule saw the road teams victors. Ben Roethlisberger returned to lead the Steelers over the Giants at MetLife Stadium. Big Ben threw for 3 touchdowns, and Bernie Snell rushed for 113 yards as they downed New York in New Jersey 26-16.
The guys were protecting up front, and my job is just to get the ball out of my hand as fast as I can and get it to the playmakers, and that's what we did. Got the ball in the hands of guys that made plays for us, and we took it down the field and put the points on the board like we always want to do. Then Ryan Tannehill had 2 touchdown passes, and Steven Gostkowski hit a 25-yard field goal with just 17 seconds of play that sent the Titans past Denver 16-14 at Mile High. The NFL is reminding team personnel, meanwhile, on the sidelines, every team, in fact, about the rules for wearing face coverings. There were several games Sunday in which team members and other players were not using masks. League officials and former player Troy Vincent said the season could be jeopardized unless face coverings are utilized at all times. They have to be worn whenever someone is not on the field. In hockey, the Dallas Stars are in the Stanley Cup Final for the first time in 20 years. After a 3-2 overtime win over the Las Vegas Golden Knights, Denny Gurianov ended the Western Conference Final in 5 games by scoring .336 into the extra session. The Knights had led 2-0 until Jamie Benn and Joel Kitrivana scored in the last half of the third period. From the NBA bubble at the Disney Complex near Orlando, the NBA playoffs Game 7 tonight at 9 between the Clippers and Nuggets. The winner will move on to face the Lakers in the finals. The matchup in the East is all set with Game 1, the Celtics and the Heat, tonight at 6:30. This is NCN Sports.
Cal Cunningham makes government work for himself. Cunningham billed taxpayers for 28 days of expenses, even though he only showed up to work for 6 days. That's right. Cal Cunningham billed taxpayers for nearly a full month of expenses, even though he only worked 6 days. That's shady. Cunningham also took nearly $40,000 in tax credits for a home renovation project, using a tax break to add a butler's pantry and wet bar in his house. A tax break to add a wet bar and butler's pantry? Really, Cal? He also blasted the COVID relief program, while the company that paid him took the cash, raking in up to $2 million from the program Cunningham criticized. Sound corrupt? That's Cal Cunningham. He says one thing and does another. Senate Leadership Fund paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.senateleadershipfund.org.
A high-profile celebrity couple is winding up on the losing side of a deal to buy a beloved sports team. CBS News correspondent Deborah Rodriguez explains.
Sorry, A-Rod and J-Lo. Hedge fund billionaire Steve Cohen says he's cemented a deal to buy the New York Mets for almost $2.5 billion. That's a record price for a North American sports team and still needs approval from other league owners. Alex Rodriguez and his fiancée Jennifer Lopez had been vying for the team as well.
Sportico reported Cohen will own 95% of the team, with the rest staying with the Wilpon and Katz families, who currently own the Mets. The deal reportedly valued the franchise at about $2.4 billion. It still needs the approval of Major League Baseball owners. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
We're proud to be working with our local businesses for the greatest comeback of all time.
Come together.
With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
My name is Bob Bonneville. I own Griswold Home Care of Pinehurst and live right here in the Sandhills. Griswold Home Care is dedicated to helping you live independently in the comfort of your own home. Our network of home care professionals enables us to refer to you the perfect caregiver For personal care, homemaking, live-in, or companionship services, call Bob Bonville at 910-420-2360. That's 910-420-2360. Or go online to griswoldhomecare.com/Pinehurst. We've been keeping the heart at home since 1982.
The Generator Guys at Carolina Power and Generators are here to remind you that hurricane season has arrived. With an early start of 2 tropical storms in mid and late May, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is predicting an above-normal hurricane season this year. Hurricanes bring widespread impacts to the region's energy infrastructure, supply, and markets, leaving many without power for days or weeks. Let the Generator Guys at Carolina Power and Generators help you prepare for this hurricane season. A permanently installed whole home standby generator protects your home automatically within seconds while you relax safely indoors. Let the Generator Guys help you find the right generator, install it, maintain it, and make any necessary repairs. Hands down, the safest and most reliable installations with all local, state, and national electrical codes followed by our factory-trained, certified technicians. Schedule a free in-home assessment today. Call 910-241-4677 or visit GeneracinC.com.
Cooper Ford in Carthage. Family owned and family friendly. Your hometown dealer that understands what it's like down on Main Street, at church on Sundays, or in the backyard on a hot summer night. Cooper Ford knows that things are uncertain for a lot of folks, but that doesn't mean that you have to do without the affordability and dependability of a new vehicle from Cooper Ford. Right now, get 0% APR financing on most new Ford cars, trucks, or SUVs, with huge hometown discounts for qualified buyers. Shop Cooper Ford's huge inventory, and if they don't have what you want, they can get it the next day in most cases. Truth is, it may be a while before things get back to normal, but Cooper Ford is in it for the long haul, every step of the way. And that includes certified service after the sale, with no games, no gimmicks, just upfront pricing and a commitment to doing what's right. Just off 15501 in Carthage, or on the web at cooperford.net. Thank you for your continued support from everyone at Cooper Ford in Carthage. Always working hard to be your hometown dealer.
At Pool Automotive, being local and family-owned isn't just a title. It's the lifeblood of our business. The moment you walk into our Aberdeen showroom, you'll be treated like family. You see, we believe that all our guests deserve quality, reliable used vehicles, and we have the inventory and finance options to make it happen. When you buy a new vehicle, the second you drive it off the lot, it's already depreciated by thousands. Before you throw that money away, come to Pool Automotive and check out our huge selection of premium vehicles. We have high-quality, off-lease vehicles, most of which are one-owner cars with low mileage and remaining factory warranties. Something else we do to save you even more? We don't charge documentation fees. Yep, you heard us right. No doc fees here. Come in today, 500 South Sandhills Boulevard in Aberdeen, or call 910-637-0057 and experience the Pool Advantage.
We're talking with Howard Hoke of Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services. Many homes and businesses in Moore County have stone or dirt driveways. Howard, what would you recommend for an upgrade?
I would definitely go with asphalt. It gives you a beautifully paved driveway that will last for years to come and is easily maintained.
But what if you just wanted to improve an existing driveway?
At Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services, we offer asphalt patching, crack filling, seal coat, striping, excavation, and drainage for both residential and commercial customers. We come to your property and assess your needs. Estimates are free. No job is too big or too small.
So go online to slcontractingllc.com or to the Facebook page to see the customer reviews. Call Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt at 910-673-1318. Open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5. 10% discounts for military and first responders.
Being overweight is the #1 health problem in America today. It leads to so many avoidable health issues. If you have a weight problem and finally want to do something about it, then do what I did and participate in the Transforming You Weight Loss Program, offered by Dr. Sharon Wright at Wright Chiropractic in Seven Lakes. It's a customized, physician-assisted program based on your body type and your goals. A healthier, more vibrant, spirited, and slimmer you emerges. Now, I lost 25 pounds in the first month and 50 pounds to date. That keeps me motivated. Now, the program is easy to follow. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and if I can do it, you can do it. Give Dr. Wright a call and set up your no-charge consultation about the Transforming You weight loss program at 910-673-2225. That's White Chiropractic at 673-2225.
Brick's Woodfire Pizza in the Cole Shopping Center is now reopened. In addition to the great Woodfire pizzas, Brick's has wood-fired wings, all cooked in our brick oven. And everything is made fresh daily. Your choice of craft beers on tap and a variety of wines. The wait staff is wearing face masks and seating is more than 6 feet apart. Dine in or sit outside on the patio. Jump into the fire at Brick's Woodfire Pizzas, Cole Shopping Center, Southern Pines. Open every day at 11 a.m. It's better than ever.
Home Choice Network is a licensed, locally owned and operated home care agency that's been providing independence for seniors and peace of mind for families since 2003.
They just are wonderful.
Caring, dependable, good attitude.
A lifesaver for me.
Somebody's here every day with him that cares about him. It shows.
They're all good. They're all wonderful. They're not just good, they're wonderful.
Call today for a free consultation, 910-944-1116.
Lavish Furniture on Highway 1 in Southern Pines is not your cookie-cutter furniture store. Locally owned and a laid-back culture and no high pressure. The quality products and competitive pricing at Lavish Furniture will amaze you. If you're on a small budget or the sky's the limit, American-made furniture manufacturers include Craftmaster, Jackson, King Hickory, and more. Come see the luxury showroom at Lavish Furniture on Highway 1 next to Buffalo Wild Wings. Visit Lavish Furniture on Facebook or call 910-725-2513.
As our economy gradually reopens, remember to support local.
Know you're doing the right thing and stay proud.
Be a part of the greatest comeback of all time with Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
The Zumwalt Zone is brought to you by Quality Built Homes, the Sandhills' #1 home builder, developer, and remodeler. With over 1,500 homes built in Moore County, we earn our name every day. Quality Built Homes, 910-944-7453.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. Do you ever feel like you're not quite as bright as you'd like to be? I know some of you don't know that feeling, but I do. When I'm around people who are really, and I mean really smart, I sometimes think, I'd like to be somewhere else right now because I have no idea what these people are even talking about. There's a documentary on Netflix called The Speed Cubers. It's about people who compete in solving a Rubik's Cube. They routinely solve these things in 6+ seconds. 6 seconds! I once carried one of those darn things around for a month. I finally threw it away. I figured must be something wrong with it. I looked on Amazon. There's a Rubik's Cube advertised for about $13. The description says it's perfect for international speed cube competitions. Well, let me tell you, the reason I'm not out there winning these competitions in 6 seconds is not because I don't own a competition cube in a little pouch I carry around, but you know what I can do, and so can you? We can read and understand the Constitution of the United States. It was written for us. We can read and we can understand the Bible. It was also written for us. We might need a little clarification from time to time from an attorney or from a preacher, but we can understand the basics. We should also understand that the rights in the Constitution were given to us in the Bible from God first, before they were in the Constitution. Hopefully, they'll govern us all again one day. Have a good day. From the Zumwalt Zone.
Gorgeous weather expected today, all thanks to a cold front that moved through last night. Plenty of sunshine out there today. High temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, low humidity, a good day to spend some time outside. Mostly clear overnight tonight and cooling down. We'll get down into the middle to upper 50s tonight. We'll have an increase in cloud cover on Wednesday. It should stay dry with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s and then rain back in the forecast by Thursday. I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Well, hello there.
Why are you here?
Today is a very special day.
Why is today a special day?
It's National Thank You Day.
I, for one, can't say thank you enough. I can't thank you enough. Well, I guess you can try.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Or should I say, thank you?
Happy National Thank You Day.
How do you want to celebrate?
Say thank you.
I say thank you. Showtime.
That girl. Oh, I'm gonna make her mine if it takes all night. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? That girl. I'm gonna make her mine if it takes all night. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Good evening, sweet darling. May I ask your name? You seem to be lonely. Well, don't worry, I'm feeling the same. Oh, it's a groovy situation, a splendid combination that we should meet at a time like this. Oh, it's a groovy situation, a splendid combination. You're something that I just can't miss. That girl.
Good morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sand Hills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the pilots coupon and what else they put in there. I don't even know what they put in there. It's kind of skosh here, what I understand. But
little flyers.
Yeah, whatever that thing is, they put it in a clear plastic bag. They should wrap it in a brown paper bag so kids can't see it. But yeah, they refer to Aberdeen as unfortunate, and that's unfortunate, really. But it's a nice day, so go take your walk, face the sun, raise your arms and breathe deep, kill some COVID, because that's healthier for you. It'd be nice if you could get into the parks there in Southern Pines and do some of that. But, there's plenty of open space to really get out and enjoy the day. So have a good one.
All right. Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available now at talk973.com or talk1041.com. Top middle of the page is where the links at that will get you there if you're on your mobile device. Fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the LeaderMan in there. If you're on your mobile device and just want an audio stream, that's pretty easy too. You can fire up any streaming service you may have, such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamer. Most all of them work. Just put WEEB in the search. And, of course, if you're on our website at talk973.com or 1041.com, upper right-hand corner of every web page has an icon that says, On the Air, Listen Live. Click that once, and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. It's going to be mostly sunny today, pretty much as nice as it gets for this time of year. High of 78 and dew points down in the 50s. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 57. Tomorrow, those dew points get back into the mid-60s. Partly cloudy with isolated showers, high of 78. Tomorrow night, more of the same, a low of 66. Thursday, as the remnants of Sally start to approach, our chances for rain will go up, mostly cloudy. Showers likely, 75 for a high. Same for Thursday night with a low of 65. And then we'll start out with showers on Friday, but give way to partly cloudy by afternoon, look for a high of 72. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds in north-northeast at 7. Visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure 3027, dew point 59. Humidity 90%. It is sunny and 62 degrees here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
Oh, it's a groovy situation, splendid combination that we should meet at a time like today.
careful with that song, you get an earworm out of it. So, kill it there. Now you won't get the earworm.
Oh. Is that like getting the COVID? Is there
Worse.
Is there something we can take for it? Does hydrochloroquine work on earworms?
Yeah, I had, what was it? I saw a cartoon in the doctor's office where I forget what it was said. It's something like, he's looking in his ear and he says, "Oh, I see moonlight on the brain." He says, "My condolences." that song stuck in his head.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
All right.
Except with bagpipes. It never happens with bagpipes. You run screaming.
Talking about a nightmare. All right, 8:36, 36 past the hour. Some things we need to know so we don't sound stupid today. For the first time in a decade, more people are leaving California than moving there. Gee, I wonder why.
I'm surprised anybody's moving to California.
The quality of life with everybody living on the street.
Yeah, there's certain cities. I mean, San Francisco, when my father shipped out for overseas, they sailed under the Golden Gate, and he talked about San Francisco and stuff. And someday I'll go there. Nope. No, I will not. Never.
I mean, first time I was there, I've been there several times. It was a nice place and looked clean. But now, different ball game.
Oh,
I didn't see people, going to the toilet in the street, and I didn't see people living in the street, and I didn't see bums and homeless people at all.
There's a picture. It was last week, I think. What's today? Tuesday. So it had to have been over the weekend or last week. There was some guy live streaming himself doing his business on Nancy Pelosi's sidewalk. And I'm thinking, it's about time. Somebody went over there and made a statement.
I want Nancy to have to go out and clean it up.
Well, they... Oh, yeah, that's never going to happen. Yeah. But I thought that was appropriate. Yeah.
Meanwhile, San Francisco is taking a serious look at lowering the local voting age to 16.
16. Oh, my God. Well, San Francisco deserves whatever they can do to themselves, anything they can do to make it worse, they should do. What a hole.
Well, they shouldn't have that low of age because they're just not mature enough.
18 isn't mature enough.
I agree. Should be back at 21.
Yeah.
At a bare minimum. Fox News commentator Andrew Napolitano is facing a $10 million lawsuit.
Who's this? Wait a minute. Who's this at Fox News?
Andrew Napolitano.
Oh, the judge. Judge Napolitano.
Yeah.
Okay. It went past me there. Sorry. It kind of blurbed.
I have to grow a couple more inches. That thing's blowing right over you.
Yeah, it did. Sorry.
Anyway, he's being sued. New York federal court accusing the former New Jersey state judge of sexually assaulting a criminal defendant whose case he handled in the 1980s and then attempting to cover it up.
Yeah, okay. It's New Jersey. I mean, why not?
11% is the decline in the average viewers for the NFL season opener last week compared to the opening game in 2019.
Just 11%.
Well, that's for the opening game.
Right.
Delivering the second smallest audience for a season opener in a decade. Today, Apple will not only introduce the iPhone 12, but also roll out a new iPad and an Apple Watch. 3 ways to spend your money in one sitting with Apple.
Great. Still haven't bought an Apple product.
I haven't either. I don't need to learn another operating system. While digital music continues to lead sales, for those who like music they can hold in their hands, vinyl albums are outselling CDs for the first time since the 80s.
People are still buying CDs? I thought we went past all. I can understand buying vinyl because, all kinds of reasons to buy a vinyl record. But CDs, I didn't think anybody would buy a CD anymore.
Well,
I thought they went the way of cassette tapes and reel-to-reel.
Not yet.
I mean, I know guys that, hang them on strings to keep the birds out of the garden and stuff.
Well, a lot of people burn them, If you have something you want to save, other than on the hard drive, you burn it.
Okay.
To a CD.
Yeah, but that's no more effective than, getting your various storage devices, etc. I mean, those degrade also. CDs.
Family Guy is going to replace the voice of the mayor, the late Adam West, with a new character using Sam Elliott's voice.
Uh-oh. Sam Elliott. There we go.
Lawrence Brooks, America's oldest surviving World War II veteran, just celebrated his 111th birthday.
Wow. Good for him.
Mr. 111. First, they opened a free grocery store earlier this year. Now, country music star Brad Paisley and his wife are pledging to donate $1 million nutritional meals this month. And a lock of Abraham Lincoln's hair, along with a blood-stained telegram about his 1865 assassination, have been sold at auction for more than $81,000.
That's all? $81,000?
That's all to you.
I would have thought it would have been a little bit more than that.
Well,
because I don't know what the origin of that is. I know there were several locks of hair. His son Robert took a lock of hair, and somebody else did. And I think there was another lock of hair taken when they exhumed him to, rebury him and make sure that his body wasn't stolen and all that.
Yeah.
So, I know there's a few of them out there.
Today's impossible question. 13% of NFL fans say they will be doing this during the 2020 season. What is it?
Something else. Because that's what I'm doing. Something else during the NFL season.
Yeah, well, it's not that.
Oh, okay. Drinking beer.
Betting on a game.
Betting on a game. Yeah, there you go. I buy lotto tickets. I wouldn't bet on a football game. I think the lotto's pretty honest. I'm not so sure about the NFL.
From our Did You Know category, there's a good chance you have close to 6 pounds of pennies at your house.
Oh, I'm sure I got 6 pounds of pennies.
17% of women in a recent survey said when they see a guy driving a sports car is a sure sign of insecurity.
There you go. Yeah, those Corvettes.
Yeah, and they take my insecurity right up the driveway with them.
Yep.
Yeah, this hurts me more than it hurts you. Let's see. The average parent spends $400 a year on birthdays. Survey finds that 45% of us believe in reincarnation.
Well, Hindus do, yeah.
Well, they would be wrong.
Okay.
There's the news.
You'll find out. You'll be reincarnated as that fly that's buzzing around your head, causing you all kinds of hate and discontent.
There's a new study out that reveals that just simply using the word snack can make you gain weight.
Using the word.
Mm-hmm. A coffee shop is the number one place people leave their cell phones.
Okay. Well, I guess that's why I've never left mine anywhere, because I don't go into a coffee shop, especially Starbucks.
Married folks suffer from heartburn more than single people. Gee, I wonder why.
No comment.
According to a Good Housekeeping survey, 59% of people say they still have a VCR somewhere in their house.
I don't know if we have one or not. I bet we do. It's probably in a drawer somewhere.
And 50% of people in a recent survey said that they can't remember their prom song from high school.
Nope, I don't remember. Probably it was Stairway to Heaven, I'm sure.
I can remember mine.
Don't step on my blue suede shoes.
Somewhere.
Oh, okay.
From what movie was it? With Natalie Wood in it.
Don't know.
Broadway.
Oh, West Side Story.
West Side Story. That's what the song comes from. All right, Colonel, it's time to find out if you're smarter than the fifth grader.
Oh, please.
Because the following questions came from a standard fifth grade curriculum in the U.S. Answer 4 out of 5 correctly, or you ain't got the sense of a fifth grader. Lines that never touch are A, perpendicular, B, congruent, or C, parallel.
Two lines that never touch. Yeah, they're parallel lines.
Right.
Yeah.
What is the fastest land animal on Earth? Is it a gazelle, a cheetah, or a roadrunner?
Yeah, cheetah. Yeah, they run like 60 miles an hour. They can beat your car up the road here.
I don't know about that.
Well, they don't leave a lot of rubber on the road. I'll put it that way.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. Well, you know the thing.
The thing, yeah, there you go.
Those are the opening words of what? Lincoln's Gettysburg Address?
No.
The preamble to the Constitution? Or the Declaration of Independence?
The Declaration.
It is.
Yeah, okay.
Which of the following is not a real person? Johnny Appleseed, Daniel Boone, or Paul Bunyan?
Who wasn't real?
Yeah.
No, Johnny Appleseed actually did his thing, spreading apples. Who was number 2? Boone?
Daniel Boone.
It's the third guy. Paul Bunyan.
Haven't you heard Daniel Boone was a man? a real man. With an eye like an eagle and how'd it go?
I can't remember it all. I'd have to sing the whole thing, so you don't want to hear that.
Eye like an eagle and Anyway, all right, what was the 49th state to join the United States of America? Was it Alaska, Hawaii, or Puerto Rico?
Well, Puerto Rico's not a state. Hawaii was, so it had to be Alaska.
Ding.
49th state, right? Yeah, Alaska.
Which one was 43rd?
43rd.
I don't know. I'm just making that up.
I don't know.
To work you over with.
Idaho or something like that, probably.
You never know. Never know.
I'd have to look that one up. I know New Jersey was the third one to ratify, because they taught that in our history class in New Jersey.
Okay. Well, that's something we haven't done in a little while. If I can find it right quick. Ding, 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 ding. Where'd I put it, Colonel?
Don't know. Idaho. I was correct. Idaho was the 43rd state.
Here it is. I knew I had it on the screen right here. All right, let's have some fun.
And now it's time for
Random.
Facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, the random facts for today. There are 6 seasons in the Hindu calendar. Summer, monsoon, autumn, late autumn, or pre-winter, winter, and spring.
Okay.
We'll have a quiz afterwards.
All right. That'll be good.
The 6th commandment literally translates from Hebrew as thou shalt not murder.
Right.
Not thou shalt not kill.
Correct. And that is why going to war and doing things, enforcing the law is not a crime, and it's a scam. This thou shalt not kill thing is absolutely incorrect.
Yeah. The U.S. Constitution is 4,400 words, which makes it the shortest constitution of any major country in the world. The American film industry only produces the 3rd most movies in the world. India's film industry produces the most, and Nigeria's film industry is 2nd.
Nigeria? I never would have guessed Nigeria. I know Bollywood is big, but Nigeria, really?
And the first script from E.T. was a horror movie. Steven Spielberg decided he liked it better as a family movie, and that horror script was rewritten to become Poltergeist. That's your random facts for today.
Yeah, maybe we can get all these actors to relocate to India and Nigeria and get them out of here. And I think old Robert De Niro would do well in Nigeria.
Yeah, as long as we leave him there.
Well, that's the point. Let's put him on a plane, take his passport away, and drop him off.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. What time we got? All right. Back over here. Let's see. Half of couples say it's been tough to keep the spark these past 6 months. According to a new survey, half the couples say it's been hard to keep spark alive during the 6 months of the pandemic. The 3 most common things couples have done to try to get that spark back are at-home date nights, starting a new exercise routine together, and planning a trip you'll never get to take one day in the future.
Yeah, I've been planning a whole lot of trips I'm never going to take. That's a fact. Yeah, never going back up northeast. Never going back up there. No way. Got to drive. I'd have to drive through Richmond, Baltimore, Washington, Philadelphia, New York to get to visit anybody, and I'm not driving through any of that. No way.
Well, they made this thing called an airplane, Colonel.
Yeah, well, great. And you have to land in one of those places to get to where you want to go. No, thank you.
Yeah. Then you rent a car.
Yeah, right. Then you rent a car and go, yeah, right. Not happening.
The average survey also found that the average couple hasn't taken a trip in 7 months. And couples with kids haven't been away without them for an average of 11 months.
Well, hey, we didn't discuss the court case. The federal judge up there just ruled Pennsylvania governor's shutdown and all this stuff unconstitutional. So, hey, guess what, though, old Goober Cooper here, hey, your thing, your lockdowns are all unconstitutional. Everybody just ought to open up because the court has decided it's all a scam.
All right, here we go once again.
You, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Didn't we just do this yesterday?
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
All right, my friends, it's time once again, straight across the floor in the style of the Duke, John Wayne. Open up those closet doors and stare at all 30 of those shiny new Liberty safes. And we're going to look over at Liberty safe number 17 today and open her up and let that colonel reach in and grab the weapon of choice.
Oh, man. I don't know. Haven't we been through them all by now? I can't. Yeah, how about a Walther P22? There you go.
All right.
Got 10-round magazine in that one.
Kind of acts like a surgeon when it gets in you.
Yeah.
Because it just cuts you up inside.
Right.
All right, well, we'll throw that into the holster, pin on our badge, and out the door we go. And relentless pursuit of stupid criminal news. Stupid criminal news number 1 this morning. If you're going to be a criminal pervert, you got to pay better attention to details. There's a 19-year-old guy in Japan, and apparently he has the thing for stealing women's underwear. So a few weeks ago, he saw a thong hanging on a balcony of a ground floor apartment to dry, and he snatched it and ran. But what he didn't realize that it was actually a 36-year-old man's thong.
All right, man.
The police were able to identify the guy from the security footage, and he was arrested for theft. They also broke the news to him that it was a man's thong he had. whatever with since he stole it. Anyway, he told them, quote, "No way was it for a man." Oh, but it was. It really was, said the police.
And they enjoyed telling him that, too.
Yeah. Stupid criminal news number 2 this morning.
He's already had his punishment.
We've got a story here about a home break-in where it's pretty clear the person didn't want to steal anything. They just needed to use the bathroom. Someone broke into a house in Ontario, Canada, in the middle of the night on Sunday. They didn't steal anything or break anything. All they did was poop in the dishwasher.
Great.
The police are trying to track down the pooper.
Yeah, all right. People got nothing better to do. See,
And that's your stupid criminal news for this Tuesday.
What is it with people?
I don't know. All right, so it goes for this Tuesday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, 7 to 9, for a Hump Day Wednesday already. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airwaves. Give them first crack at your spending dollars, particularly those that you hear on our airwaves. And tell them WEEB told you to come. That's how we cure our own economic comeback right here in Moore County. And don't forget also that millions of Americans have fought and they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and the LeaderMan and Nick and Colt the dog will all see you this afternoon at the dog park.